Wake up, grab your phone, good vibes everywhere. Ryder's got big muscles, Lisa's got the hair. You never know what they're gonna say, but there's a 45% chance you might like it anyway. It's the sauce, they're spilling it live for you. It's the sauce with your favorite morning crew. It's the sauce, 2 hours will fly by. They don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna try. It's the sauce.
Hey, it's Jesse Motz from Calgary, and I'm on the sauce mostly with Lisa, but I guess with Ryder too.
Hey, I'm Lance Kane from Tyler's Shed, and I'm listening to The Sauce with Ryder and Lisa.
Hey, it's Nixon from Calgary, and I'm on The Sauce with Ryder and Lisa.
Let's get it going. The playoffs start tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. We are live from the Sports Interaction studio and hoping you had a joyous weekend.
Ours was action-packed.
Yes.
Before we get into our weekend recap, we're going to talk about our draft party that shook down at the River Cree on Friday. I went out. I wigged it out on Saturday with some girls. Mm-hmm. What else happened this weekend that we got to talk about? Oh, we got to talk about you recovering from your hot wing challenge on Friday as well. But before we get into all of that, shout out to Saucy Christina87 who already donated $20 in the super chat for the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Yeah, a lot of YouTube pages will just take that money, not us, not
us.
here.
Nope.
We're donating it all back, so thank you very much for that. We do want to let you know as well, we're going to have prizes throughout the playoffs. Mm-hmm. First goal scorer prizes. So at the end of our show, you're able to go back into the YouTube and comment.
Once this video has been officially posted and the live video is done, you're able to comment underneath it. That's where we want you to make your predictions. And then after each game day, we'll go back, we'll pick a random winner, and you'll get a gift.
Yep, if you're the only person that takes Trent Frederic, for example,
right,
who's going to get the first goal tonight, if you ask me, and it hits, you win the gift card the next day.
So we're trying to drill that into your brain to make it a habit when you're like, oh, it's a game day, and maybe you missed our live show that morning, or maybe you got to circle back and go on the YouTube app and comment.
How fun was the kickoff to playoffs in a bunch of different markets over the weekend. Just watching the hype. Buffalo is insane.
No, I only started watching that Buffalo Bruins game in the third period, and I'm so thankful that I did, because the first few periods would have been boring to me because I was rooting for Buffalo. I was rooting for their fans. What an exciting time for them. But high-strung anxiety. Whenever they'd show fans in the crowd and they look so upset, I'm like, been there. I felt that emotion before. I have empathy for you. And then when they came back,
oh man, and
I was cheering for them.
What a party too. Before you see some of those videos, there's just sports fan maniacs in that town. I think the only city that is comparable to Edmonton in the way we can crank up a party for playoffs might be Buffalo. If they go on a run, I'm interested to see what happens with that city.
I'm watching, and that's what makes it so fun. During the first round, there's so many games on. One would end, and you're like, next. Next.
I will give some credit where credit's due. Do you remember the Calgary playoff run in 2007? I think it was.
Maybe.
Where they almost won the cup. A lot of people say that they should have won the cup because there was a questionable call near the end of the game.
Classic.
Against Tampa, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, they turned it up. The Red Mile, I still remember the name of what they called 17th back then because it was a party. Mm-hmm. And then Vancouver's got tarnished because they burnt their city down when they lost. So don't do that if we lose a game.
No, we're going to be very respectful on the streets. Correct, Edmonton?
Yeah.
We're not going to embarrass ourselves. Or McDavid. We're doing it for McDavid. We're doing it for Hyman, who's back.
Do it like Buffalo's doing it. They're partying, and there's a guy who's beating the shit out of something, but it's like a mannequin.
That's the funniest content ever. People are dressed up in jerseys wearing roller skates and beating up dummies.
Whereas we have seen in years past that Oilers fans will sometimes beat up each other for no reason in the fan parks and whatnot.
Roger said Saberhood is insane. It's like a bunch of kids finished the entire Halloween candy bag and they're running around on a sugar rush.
Saberhood? Is that what they call it?
I guess so.
That's a great name. I've never heard that before.
Buffalo fans going wild in the streets. Absolutely love it. Looks as crazy as us, says Jamie of the Night.
It's just why I'd love for the Cup to come back to Canada. especially if the Oilers can bring it here. But even if it comes back to northern U.S., I'm talking Minnesota, Buffalo, even the Pennsylvania teams, they seem to care. Whereas Florida's been winning it. Nobody cares.
There's not even anyone in the crowd.
They're walking around in the streets with the cup, and people are like, get off the road.
No, people don't know what the cup is.
Uh-huh.
They're carrying it around, and people are like yawning and walking past them. Nobody's getting selfies. I'm like, this is disrespectful to the entire league.
Uh-huh.
It pisses me off.
Like, I think we could have more people at just a sauce parade celebrating anything. It could be
Anything.
just Reese's birthday.
Or I cut my toenails for the first time in 6 months.
Let's
We could
get
have
a-
a parade.
I think we could have a more successful parade than the Florida Panthers have. So that's why I'd just like to see it. I'm not being selfish. It doesn't have to be the Oilers. I want it to be, but
It has to be the Oilers.
it has to be a city that cares. Can you imagine Buffalo and getting to watch how exciting that is?
Well, that is true. Like I watched and I felt like a proud, long distant cousin. Like I was watching like this.
Like, think of Montreal if they go on a crazy run.
Oh, my mom, not gonna lie,
She'd have her own parade.
big Montreal Canadian fan.
St.
She
Albert.
wears her Evans jersey
Yeah.
every time they play. Last night was a big one.
I feel like he had a pretty good game last night, too. Or last night.
They won in overtime.
They won in overtime against Tampa. Let's break down some of the other series that have been shaking down as the playoffs got going this weekend.
Before you get into that, I just want to give you a heads up with our guests today. We have our friend Des, who's from St. Albert, Alberta. He's in a band, and they just finished up their first ever North American tour. If you've ever heard of Sparrow Blue, Des is going to sit in just to break down a gig that is ending their North American tour that you can get tickets to this Saturday night. If you love rock and roll, this guy can rock out, and he's got a voice on him. I don't think he'll be singing for us today, but he's going to break down, like, kind of going through the states. He is a big hockey fan, so we'll just pick his brain for a couple minutes there. And then we got, of course, our dear friend Menzies popping by to talk about why we hate the Ducks. For those of you that maybe don't know the lore, the background story, the history.
Yeah, I'm going to deep dive here on the show today, too, just the Ducks in general and what to watch out for maybe the more casual fan. I feel like the heavy-duty fans, I'll probably just be telling you things you already know.
Yeah, but that's okay. And a nice refresh to get hyped up. This is for people that maybe just aren't aware of it. So that's coming up as well. Okay, so what else happened last night?
Well, Vegas with the comeback win in the third period, which screwed over my parlay personally, and everybody went to bed. Everybody I know went to bed, didn't watch that comeback. Because the third period didn't start until like 10:30.
Yeah. I mean, I think we got to get used to that with these puck drops.
As far as the other series go, we got 4 games tonight, 3 of which will be game 2 of their series before the Oilers even kick off game 1 of their series.
How delightful was that, waking up on Saturday and being like, hockey's about to start already?
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize the first game was Saturday at 1 p.m.
Oh, yeah. And outside smells like playoffs. It smells like the moss pit everywhere. I walk outside, I'm like, smells like the Oilers are in the playoffs.
This time of year, I wonder, because we're so used to playoffs around here and lengthy runs, and we all have so many core memories, if just this time of year is just going to remind us of playoff runs in the future. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like you wake up on like a September morning and you smell the dew and you see it on the grass, and it reminds you of waking up with your backpack on and walking to the bus or walking to school. Like that's just embedded. It's burned in your brain. Today I walked out. It was the first time that I went, oh, no, it does smell like a game day.
It's a playoff game day.
It smells like McDavid is in his bubble bath right now preparing for tonight. That's what I thought. And I actually kind of shed a tear driving into work today thinking of McDavid.
Really?
I just want him to win.
So bad.
So bad that I cry for him and he doesn't even know who I am.
Do you think he ever feels this way about the fans here? Do you think he ever sheds a tear and is like, they just deserve to win so much?
Maybe.
They've been so supportive. I just
Probably.
want them to win.
No, I think he almost has like a guilt.
Maybe he didn't cry, but he did sign what might be the sweetest deal in NHL history. He left roughly, as far as Canadian dollars go, probably $20 million on the table that he could have gotten.
Yeah, and then he was like, Lauren, can you start 5 more businesses?
Yeah.
We got to afford that heated driveway. Okay, so let's break down our NHL draft party that we had.
No, I want to go through some more of the games.
Oh, we're not done.
We got 4 games tonight.
Sorry.
The Pittsburgh Penguins look to tie things up with Philly. Philly grabbed the 1-0 series lead there. That series is going to go 7, and it's going to be rough. I cannot believe how rough all of the games have been so far.
No, they're all beating the crap out of each other.
Just like...
We're going to see goalie fights.
I'm surprised we didn't get more charging penalties. It seems like every guy is just taking full-on 7-stride runs at other guys out there right now.
Do you ever think about the refs in the playoffs and how stressed they are? Because they don't want to make the wrong call.
Yeah.
I always think about I take a moment every night and I go,
even if
good luck out there.
Even if it's the right call, but you do it in a building, like if you call a penalty on Buffalo.
In Buffalo,
you're not going to be popular.
Ref, you suck.
Uh-huh.
Like, you got to think that keeps them up at night sometimes.
We've got the Ottawa Senators looking to tie their series up. They haven't even scored a goal in playoffs yet. They got shut out in the first game, 2-0 to Carolina. So that game goes at 5:30. The Battle of Pennsylvania is at 5 tonight, our time. The Minnesota Wild looked amazing.
Yep.
Game 2 in that series against the Stars.
What did they win?
7:30.
What was it?
Yeah, it was a high-scoring one. Reese, do you remember off the top of your head?
Was it like 6-1?
Yeah, it was either 5-1 or 6-1.
Yeah. And I don't know. Minnesota Wild could be a real tough out. They look so good. They're deep. They got the high-impact stars on their team, similar to Oilers. But they also have a bunch of guys that aren't afraid to get into the corners. And I don't know. They're a team that would be a tough matchup for any other team in the NHL. And they made Dallas, who was the second-best team in the regular season this year, look bad. They look bad.
I was really hoping Colorado would lose.
Yeah,
Just to get in their heads a bit, I was like, ugh, all right, here we go.
Yeah, they've got a matchup I think they're going to be able to get through pretty easy, but you never know.
Are we worried about Brady? Is his brain okay?
Well, that's a different question for a different day, probably. If you want to deep dive that, we could do a whole show on that.
I'm a little bit worried about him.
Just the way he hit the ice?
Game 1, and he's already getting thrown around like that.
Well, yeah, him and Jordan Stahl fight each other right off the draw, and it felt like both of their heads hit the ice pretty hard. That's the game. That's why you play the game. We were saying there's something special about a captain fight. And I think that I might even be starting to believe that I like captain fights more than goalie fights.
Don't say that. We're not putting that out there. No one touches McDavid.
Well, not our captain. He doesn't need to be fighting. But
when other captains
fight, I don't know.
It's not your problem.
Especially to start a series like that.
Yeah.
Like Brady and Jordan. And I didn't realize Jordan Stahl was that tough, even taking that fight. I knew he was like a tough player to play against. I didn't realize he was confident in his fighting skills to go and do battle to start the game. But knowing Brady Tkachuk, there's a good chance Game 2 starts the exact same way, and he'll just pick a fight right off the get-go again.
He's going to see stars.
And then, like we said, the Wild and Stars get rolling at 7:30 before your Edmonton Oilers take on the Anaheim Ducks. And that is an 8 o'clock start, but will probably be closer to like 8:15.
Oilersnation every day doing an 8-hour live stream leading up to puck drop. So make sure you're supporting the boys. We got to support them in some way. Should I bring them treats? Some Red Bulls? Or
I asked if they needed some help today. Like I could just pop on with them and kill some time. 8 hours is no joke to be talking straight.
Yeah.
And they said, do you bake? And I said, I'm not a great baker, but I can grill like a MFer.
Mm-hmm. What do they want you to be baking?
I don't know. I just thought there's a barbecue up there. I could get the barbecue going and make some burgers or steaks or something, and they didn't get back to me. So now I don't know what I'm going to do.
They're too busy prepping 8 hours of show.
I guess.
Crazy. Anyway, so we'll be tuning in for sure.
Yeah, I'll also be following Daily Face Off for, like, if you want deep dives on any of the other series or just like an overall landscape of how the playoffs are looking.
They're on it.
Just some wonderfully talented people over there doing the good work. This is our Super Bowl, right? The NHL Playoffs is just what we get excited for around here.
So our weekend was full of activities, and it's only going to get busier now that the playoffs officially start for us personally tonight. But our NHL draft party on Friday was such a success.
Yeah.
It all was in support of kids sport. So thanks to everyone that, first of all, came out, built teams, had fun with us on a Friday night, and raised a lot of money.
Yeah, crazy. Right off the hop, we auctioned off Tyler Yaremchuk and Liam from ONE.
To be on people's teams, to be their captain and guide them to build a great...
Just a little NHL expert to add to the mix for your playoff draft team.
Yeah.
And they went for a combined, I don't know, $1,500, $1,600.
Yeah, that's helping kids get into sports.
Yeah, Kid Sport does covers registration and whatnot for kids so that they can play. So yeah, that was awesome. And then all in all, just a really fun event. So next year, sign up.
Sign up. We're making it happen.
And I think we're going bigger next year, probably twice the size of what we got launched on Friday.
Yeah, next year we want to kick Bob Stauffer out of the room that he was hosting a draft party in the same building.
Yeah.
Next year they're going to have to be like, sorry, Bob. Ryder and Lisa are back. And
I don't know.
hosting.
Were they doing a draft party? Do we know for sure?
I don't know. They were doing something.
There was an Oilers alumni event. So we saw some pretty heavy hitters. A couple of them, I'm like, whoa, did they sign up for our draft? And then they went to a different room.
They went in a different direction than us. But no, it was so much fun. And then you were still recovering from eating those hot wings on Friday. I think it took 24 hours before you weren't holding your belly in pain. Keep in mind, we hosted the draft party on Friday night. So the same day that he did that hot wing challenge live on the show, if you missed it, you got to go back and watch it. Tears were flowing. He's in the bathroom every 10 minutes at the River Cree. I'm like, I can't host this thing by myself. Luckily, Kennedy was there with her emergency Pepto-Bismol, as a true adult does. You know, you walk around with Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, thank you for that.
But how was that recovery for you? Not good.
No, it was terrible. I mean, the chicken was delicious, even though it was that spicy. So shout out to Rob's Original. I will be getting that again.
But maybe next time, one chicken strip, because they are massive. You ate 2, so we would be able to give out another $100 gift card. So you did it for the saucers. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, it wrecked me. And yeah, you almost had to do that draft by yourself because I was using the bathroom so much. I'm sure the water bill at River Cree went up just on how many flushes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good.
No.
Anyway, I can't get into any more detail.
No, that's all we need to know. Just thank you for doing that because 2 of our listeners got hooked up with $100 gift cards to go spend at Rob's Chicken, which I hope that they indulged this weekend. What else happened this weekend? I wigged out with my girlfriends. We all wore wigs on the town. That was a good time. Men would approach us outside the bars and they'd go, "What's with the wigs?" And we'd go, "What wigs?" And then they were so scared of us and would run away. It was really funny.
You made a bunch of men uncomfortable.
Yep.
That's what makes a good night for you and your girlfriends.
Yeah. Now they know what it feels like.
Okay.
Don't tell me to smile more. Yeah, they'd literally walk up and be like, "What's with this? What's that about?" And I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And I had a pink and blue wig on. It was so obviously a wig. But then they'd still get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because then they'd realize, oh, maybe. I don't know. Watching men sweat is funny to me.
And you guys hit a restaurant in your wigs and then you went out bar crawling.
That's right.
Okay. Good time?
Oh, the best time. We danced all night. We were wig swapping. We were putting wigs on strangers. It was a blast.
So if there's a bad bout of lice.
No.
Well, it's true. If you're sharing wigs with each other.
If you find a wig when you're going to watch the Oilers tonight downtown, because we were right there.
Okay.
It's probably one of my wigs. But don't worry about it. I wear a wig once and then it turns into a rat nest and there's no coming back.
Well, it's
one and done.
Yeah, it's a mouse nest now.
Yeah.
Truly.
Truly.
If you just left it on the corner of a downtown street. Can't imagine what's happening inside that wig now. Don't put the lice fest on. That's what you guys should have called your night.
What?
Lice fest.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a lot of fun. We love to do theme nights. My brother-in-law was like, so basically you and your friends just go out every weekend and pretend you're on a stag-at. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why the heck not? You only live once.
Let's check in with Reese. I can't believe we haven't done that yet. 20 minutes in. How pumped are you right now?
I'm pumped up. Just sitting here containing it all.
You watched the Buffalo game last night, and you also had a little bit of empathy for the Sabre fans in the crowd. You're like, I've been there.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was kind of thinking, it's not like this was that far, long ago that we were stuck in that same spot of, oh my gosh, for them to get back in the playoffs, it'd be so cool and everything. And then just watching it over again with that whole franchise, like it seems so cool. And just the dramatic fashion that they did it last night, it was like, wow, this is playoff hockey.
This is
so awesome.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that comeback, awesome. And like I said, I don't know if it was on this show or I think it was. It feels like Buffalo is almost everybody's second favorite team because you're just rooting for a fan base that's that passionate, and they got a lot of players on their team that are pretty likable.
Yeah. No, I think Buffalo's an easy team to be like, oh, actually, like, I think they're a very easy team to be like a second favorite for sure. Like, I think Montreal's kind of up there with me too, but I really like Buffalo, and they deserve it. Like,
there's no one on that team that's played playoff hockey before.
No, there are.
There's
there
a
are?
couple guys, but I mean, like, for majority of them, like, and it's like they've had lots of turnover in their, like, for their team from year to year, but a lot of it is still like these same guys that have been through a lot of like BS playing that. Like Tage Thompson, the guy that scored both goals to start it off, like, he's been there for almost 10 years probably.
Yeah.
And like for him to get that opportunity and like make a day out of it, so sick.
And the hometown boy said, Alex Tuck said he remembers going to the last time that the Buffalo Sabres were in playoffs just as a fan. And he got to seal the deal with the empty netter. He also had 10 hits in the game. That's some guys won't get 10 hits for an entire season.
He was hyped up.
Like Hyman last year. Like, some of these guys just come into these games and are like, yeah, okay, I'm doing literally everything. Like, it's so sick being able, and I mean, for a lot of them too, it's like they've probably just been itching to like put this extra gear in, like, just to have this opportunity. So super sick.
Backyard Burgers says Buffalo all the way, the Oilers of the East.
I like it.
It is kind of there is just a lot of them, that team that reminds me of the Oilers too. Yeah, let's check in with the chat. We've got Backyard Burgers, as you said. Saucy Sarah is in the chat. Hello, good morning, Jamie of the night.
We've also got Laing on the sauce, who we actually went for dinner with last night. Rachel tunes into our show from Cranbrook, BC, has been a listener of ours for a decade.
Yeah.
It was my first time actually meeting her, and it was one of those dinners where it felt like we've been friends our whole life. What a cool woman. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great night. Love to catch up with our peeps. Jamie of the night, Jana.
Mr. Burns, we've got Chris in the chat. Shelby's in the chat. Liz Lemon, Jana, of course. We got Northside Norm. PJ has checked in. We've got Deadpool XD writing in the chat. Fighting Amish as well. Jamie of the night, Saucy Miss Mackie, Turd Ferg. The list goes on. Thanks everyone for being here today.
Okay, so you asked Reese. You asked us what we're doing for the game tonight, which was a very respectful way to go about the conversation rather than just coming and bragging that you are going to the game tonight.
Yes.
And you and your dad, who have been going to games since you were
Little.
a wee child.
Yeah, me and my dad, super pumped. Like, I'm beyond fortunate to be able to go to this, like, especially this one tonight. I was, like, itching about this game. Last year, I was also lucky enough to go to, like, the first, it was game 3 of the first round.
Sure.
And, like, it's just getting in there and, like, if I could literally grab this feeling that I get in this arena during these games and just inject it into my veins, I would do it every day. Like, it's so much. And, like, the anthem, everything. Like, I love
DJ,
it.
Do we have the best DJ in the league? This might be something we got to break down at some point on the show. Because
I think we might. He knows how to get the people going.
And he knows how to cater to every single person in the arena.
True.
He's coming through with each decade. Songs I haven't heard of. The brand new BTS song. He's probably going to be playing Bieber live from Coachella tonight. Like, he's that good. He knows what the people want.
Shout out.
Shout out.
And it's so important to set the tone in the stands.
Yeah.
And, like, there's no denying it. A big, rowdy fan base can absolutely help your team win.
For sure.
Like,
well, look at Buffalo last night. Like,
well, exactly.
They scored that one goal,
And
that roof blew off that place.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was right there with them cheering and, like, tearing up. I was tweeting about it, which
Yeah.
also felt like I was cheating on the Oilers a bit, but I was just genuinely so happy for them.
We have some players that will have the same kind of rude awakening of how loud it can be and how wild it's going to be on our team this year when you're
So
talking
many.
about
Doc, Murphy. Who else is new?
Dickinson.
Savoy's probably been in the crowd. Would he have been in? No.
He played some playoff games with us last year.
That's right.
No, I don't think so.
He didn't?
I don't think
I thought
so.
he came up for a couple games last year.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I don't think he played a couple games like before the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
But he never played a playoff game with us last year.
I don't think so.
It rumbles in there. My friend Amanda, actually, this is kind of a PSA. If you have sensitive ears and you are going to a lot of games or somewhere where it's loud, she's like, can't hear out of one ear. And she's saying it's because she went to a majority of the games.
Really?
Yeah, that's how loud it gets in there. So
it's kind of awesome, but also a little bit sad.
But very scary.
Yeah.
You're
aware. Right. It is Matt Savoy's first experience in the NHL playoffs. And, imagine taking the first draw. Well, he won't be, but lining up beside McDavid for your first ever playoff experience.
Wow.
I'm really excited for a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Murphy, too, you brought it up, Lisa. For him to be able to get this opportunity, I think it's going to be so sick. He's going to be so fired up to get in there.
He's going to be a brick wall.
Uh-huh.
He's going to just put out little things of bread that are going to lead up to a brick wall. And then these ducks are going to come through and they're going to be like, I'm having a good time. Bam.
Like a duck would.
You're not.
Like a duck would.
Exactly.
Just feeding the ducks a little bit of bread. Yeah, seeing Murphy's face after his fight in the penalty box, and the fans were pretty pumped up that he had just dummied that guy with a couple left hooks. And he looked around the stands like he was experiencing something for the very first time. I'm just pumped for him to have that for an entire game because that crowd's going to be nuts tonight.
Bo94 says, I believe Savoy did say he was in the crowd for the playoffs last year. That's what I figured. I didn't know for sure, but now he gets to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
So badass.
Yeah.
What else was I thinking about? Damn it. When it comes to playoff tickets tonight, if you are still interested in going, they're selling for a lot less than playoff tickets have been going for in general in the resale market. Mm-hmm. But I think that's mainly because the team jacked up the prices so much over the past few years. Nobody's really making money on the first round.
I mean, pull in Alicia, one of our listeners. Alicia bought one single ticket to one of the games, and it was like $85.
Well, also,
why not?
There's not the going to the, what do they call it, Ford Hall? Is that right? Mm-hmm. And just having a couple beers there, waiting until right before the game, and then people who want to sell their tickets but haven't yet will start dropping their tickets really low. You might even miss a bit of the first period or whatever, but you can probably get in for pretty cheap that way as well.
Yeah.
So,
also, like the away games, people are still going to be able to fill the seats at Rogers. I think they're $10 tickets or something.
Right.
And those are going to go fast too, but that's a good way to take in the game, even though it'll just be on the Jumbotron.
Is that just for away games?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking right now. Let's see what the cheapest ticket is on Ticketmaster. $199.
That's not bad.
That's unreal.
Right? I mean, it's still too damn much.
Crazy
It's
expensive,
still a lot.
But I mean,
it's only going to
if
get
you really
more
want to
expensive.
get into a game.
Yeah.
For what we're used to when it comes to playoffs, it's going to get back to that way if we go on a lengthy run again. Like Western Conference Final, you'll be paying $600 to get into nosebleeds. Stanley Cup Final, you're probably paying $800 to get into nosebleeds.
I would go to an Oilers game alone.
Yeah.
I would. If the price was right, I would go.
Well, because you're not alone.
You're not alone. You're high-fiving strangers.
Uh-huh.
You're getting norovirus, whatever.
Yeah, you're French kissing
Who cares?
a teacher from Mundair.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can do whatever you want. The
gives
world's
a
your
shit?
oyster.
Okay, we got our first guest of the day. We're so excited because we've known this guy for a very long time. He's never been on the sauce before, and he's only going to get more famous. So for us to be able to be like, well, actually, he was on the sauce after his first... This was your first North American tour, Des?
Yeah, so we did it in, I guess, kind of 3 legs. So we did 2 legs last year on what we just called the North American 2025 tour. And then we had this tour, which was basically just kind of Midwest, South, and East Coast. That was called the Big Blue Tour. But they're all kind of in the same visa, so it's kind of one tour. But yeah, from July until, we just got back April 10th. So we've just been on the road for that whole time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, more or less just touring and making music.
So Des, you're the lead singer of a band called Sparrow Blue.
Correct.
And you have been in this band for what, a decade now?
Yeah. I think we're coming up on like 10 years now.
That's crazy. Yeah. And to think that we used to party together in St. Albert. Still do. I saw you performed at the St. Albert Rodeo. I came up with all my girlfriends. Yeah. We were front row. We were rocking out. We were fangirling. It's just so cool to see you live in the dream. And with some of your best friends, has there been turnover with your band? Like, is it like the Eagles and like you hear of like bands that Chicago that has to go through all these different, is it like herding cats and?
Well, yeah, it's like herding cats when it's the 6 dudes partying all the time, but there has been a little bit of turnover.
Yeah.
Like we started off with 7 members, which was pretty insane. Mm-hmm. And then a couple dudes just wanted to go their own way. They weren't really into the whole music gig, so we picked up guys here and there, but it's mostly just been kind of bass players. That's what we found like the most difficulty finding. But now we've locked one down and he's not going anywhere.
Perfect.
We signed him.
I've got a funny story about a bass player, and you may actually know the guy, John Squires. You recognize that name?
He's a tattoo artist in town. His wife is Nicole Ashley, who's like one of the best photographers
in the country.
So
he was just doing freelance bass playing for bands that needed to pick
like
up
you.
a guy.
If your bass players weren't showing up, you could easily contact him. He'd be there, right?
So his Twitter account was at freelance bass, but it looked like at freelance bass,
like the NSYNC singer.
So he ended up having a bunch of people being like, "When did
he go to jail?
Bass go to jail?" And like,
is he stuck in space? Remember, he turned into an astronaut.
So yeah, people were pretty stressed.
He's just got this program to get Lance Bass out of jail.
Yeah, we're raising money.
Yeah.
Homesick Tattoos is the name of John's tattoo spot now.
Yeah, it's good
He's
stuff.
actually done. He did my chicken wing.
Yeah.
And my corn on the cob.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Killing it. Anyway, Des, you have one more show. We're going to get to that in a little bit and how people can get tickets. Luckily, it's not on a game night, so people will actually show up.
Very lucky.
Yeah. That's really scary. Playoffs are risky.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked to a couple comedians that come in and like, if there's a game night, I'm like,
oh, you're screwed.
I don't know, man.
Absolutely.
Unless you do it at like 5:00 and people can come watch a comedy show and dinner and then watch the Oilers
that or
game.
you do it at midnight
or
when
midnight.
Everybody's gassed up.
True.
There's a lot of people in the YouTube chat that have never listened to Sparrow Blue. I mean, listen to Dez's talking voice. So just take that into consideration and understand that you're going to be tuning into some awesome music. And you're amazing live.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know how sometimes like you hear them and it's the recording
version,
and it's so good, and then you hear them live and you're like, this is terrible. Not the case when it comes to Des.
That is a good case.
Yes. But tell us about what it was like you guys packed up a van and hit the road.
We were on a big old bus.
Holy.
So you said there was a specific area you hit this time. How does it compare to other spots you've been to? What was maybe your favorite location that you've played
or the craziest spot where like it was like people watching was insane?
Oh, New Orleans, 100% was like the craziest spot for sure. Like that place is batshit. So yeah, we did an a Midwest and East Coast tour for the first leg, and then we did the West Coast, and then we did more so the South on this one. And I gotta say, man, the South is the best. It's honestly the best. The people there are so fun, so friendly. The cities are gorgeous. Weather's great. And that Southern hospitality is no joke.
Right.
You walk in, they're like, oh, hey, gorgeous, how you doing? And they're just like super welcome. What can I get you, doll?
And like portion
sizes.
Man,
this is great.
You could the whole band could share one thing of mac and cheese and all these stuffed.
Like in New Orleans, I had an alligator po' boy, and I can't believe I got through it. It was massive.
You ate a full alligator.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
How good was it?
You know, it was good. Alligator's just chewy chicken.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chewy chicken.
I don't think I'm into that.
But I mean, the flavor's great. But
yeah,
if you got a strong jaw, that's what you're eating.
Fair enough.
When you're in a rock band, is there a level of like needing to be hardcore, or does it come naturally? Like, did you guys find yourself getting into trouble even though you weren't looking for it? Like New York. You're on the streets. You're performing in a venue.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think where
does the night
don't
take
lend
you?
ourselves to like a whole lot of like goody two shoes stuff.
Right.
You know, we kind of just naturally find ways to get into shenanigans.
Yeah.
But we were in Manhattan playing a show, and we were just walking to the venue, and we stopped at a CVS, and you just get big ass beers at the CVS, and we got like the 710 mils. We took those out. We didn't even know if you could drink on the streets in New York or not, but so we walk out and we crack them. We make it like 50 steps, and I'm taking a sip of my beer, and all of a sudden I see out of the corner of my eye like a car pull up, and I was like, oh, that's a cop. And I turn and look, and the car hadn't even stopped yet, and the cop was getting out. He's like, what are you guys doing? And we were like, whoa, oh my gosh, sorry man, we're not from here. We didn't know we couldn't drink. He's like, where are you from? We're like, Edmonton, Alberta. And I could see him kind of looking at me. I was like, it's in Canada. And he's like, oh. And he turns and looks at his partner who'd gotten out of the car. Now he's like, Canadians.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah,
they're innocent.
Like, yeah, and then he said, you guys got a couple options. You know, we're not going to give you any hassle. You can either pour them out, or you can chug them and throw them out in the garbage can there, or you can just keep walking, and if another cop pulls you over, he might not be as chill. We all kind of just look at each other. We're like, well, there's only one option. And we just started slamming these beers right in front of the cops, and the cops are just like kind of chuckling away. And then the guy the second cop who'd gotten out of the car, he's like, yeah, definitely Canadians.
This makes sense.
I like no words spoken. You all just start gunning it.
Yeah, we didn't even say a word. We just all like looked at each other like, yeah.
Yeah, look each other in the eye. It's go time.
Yeah.
What was your favorite venue to perform at? Like, how many people are coming to your shows? Across North America is pretty badass, man.
Yeah. And it's, it's really, it's hard to place because sometimes we're playing shows on like a Tuesday night, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to get as full of a house and whatnot. But honestly, down in the States, you're getting a good turnout every night because there's just so many people, right? And the volume, and they just love their music down there.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the South, like people will just show up because they know it's a music venue. And then, you know, I don't know how many times, gonna pump the tires here, was we had no idea Canada could make music like that. Because they're just like, you know, blow the roof off the place and play just like straight ahead hard rock and roll. And they're just like, you guys do that up there? And we're like, hell yeah, dude. And everybody just, you know, it was great response all around.
I'm so happy. Like, you're representing Canada.
Yeah.
You're going out there and you're putting on good shows. Like, when I say Des rocks the house.
Yeah.
I like the vocal range. When did you learn you could sing? Were you always a singer, or did it come as you got older? Like, did you see yourself doing this? Kind
of, sort of. I started playing guitar when I was like 14 or so. And it was really soft-spoken, folky kind of stuff.
Yep.
But I always loved the idea of singing rock and roll because I've always just been a huge rock and roll fan. And then, yeah, the guys in Sparrow Blue, they were kind of organizing this band to do their show. And they said, hey, we heard you like to sing rock and roll. And I said, yeah. Went in there, and turns out I could sing rock and roll. And then that's just so progressed cool. Since then, like, you know, training, practicing, like tons of practice. And luckily, I can practice my instrument anywhere I go.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm practicing in the car like every single day,
just
you know,
singing.
Pitch matching, trying to do all that stuff. So I guess I first started taking it seriously after the first like 4 shows with Sparrow Blue, because we weren't even really going to be a band. We just wanted to do a fun night of music. So we invited a couple of our hip hop buddies out, a friend who was a DJ, a brother-sister duo who were folk, and another buddy of ours who was a acoustic solo act. And we were just like, let's just have a fun night of music and party and stuff. And it was at the Bricks, which is now the Revival Room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just under Starlight there. And lo and behold, it's sold out. We had no idea. And it was like sold fully out. People were standing up on the stairs. Like, I think they were over capacity. And we were just like, oh, that was pretty cool. And then we kind of just disbanded and not really talked about doing another show. And then people were just texting me. They're like, man, when's your next show? When's your next show?
It's a vibe.
And then the guys started, we made a group chat, and the guys were like, are any of you guys getting texts to do another show? And we were like, yeah. And we were like, well, should we do another show?
God, this is the complete opposite of most people that like are trying to make it big.
Yeah.
Trying to start a band, trying to get people to fill the seats. You're the opposite, where you're like, I think we got to do it again.
Yeah.
People are requesting this.
Well, when you do have a lot of local people that are doing something that's fairly new too, there's a level of excitement. And if you can bottle that up and roll with it for the first few shows, like I just know for me, when I was doing some stand-up, the first few times I did it, people are like, oh, I'd go watch that. And the shitty thing is that then actually you start to get a little bit better, but your buddies have already seen you.
It starts to get a little depleted, right?
Right.
That's why we only do like one show in Edmonton a year now, right?
Right.
Because I mean, we've been doing it for years and years. So, you kind of start to kind of overflow the market, if you will. But also, I mean, friends and family, they want to come and support and whatnot. But I mean, it's like, oh my God, this is their 6th show in a year. Like, we don't need to go to this anymore. So it's, we've kind of dropped it down to like 1 or 2 shows. You know, we like to do the odd New Year's show at Crown and just fun pickup shows and stuff like that. But typically one headlining show a year in Edmonton.
Have you met any celebrities, like any artists that it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in the same room as you? Or...
we did a show with the Sheepdogs. That was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and like the Watchmen and Default and stuff. Finger 11, we played with them.
I'm sorry, you can't just glaze over Default like that.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan.
Yeah, we played at
Wasting
Together
my
Again.
time?
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah, at Together Again, like when COVID was starting to break
Oh,
up.
yes,
and they
you
had
got to
that
have
big
the big
festival.
band. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was there. We played with them, and then
Cool.
Finger 11 at Mudfest in Cold Lake. That was pretty fun. It's kind of hard to put a finger on all the bands we played with because
So awesome, man.
it's been a lot.
So tell people that are watching right now where they can come and watch you perform, because you have one last show of this tour and it's happening this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. It's at the Blues on White, which is an amazing venue to play music at. We've sold all of our hard copy tickets out, so you can find it on our website. There's a ticket link there. I believe we have the link tree on our Instagram, Sparrow Blue Official. Our website is sparrowblue.ca. Yeah, and Facebook, you can get more information there as well. But I believe the Blues on White has also all the information that you need.
Blues on White is a wild time. Ryder, why don't you tell Des about the time that you got kicked out?
Okay. Well, it wasn't that bad, but I guess, it kind of was. So I ran like a leg wrestling tournament just in the back area, and they didn't want me to do that.
Well, it got to the point where it wasn't just your friends that were leg wrestling you and you were winning every round. It got to, like, rumors started to spread across Blues on White and even people outside in the smoke pit that were then coming in to take this guy on. So there were a lineup of strangers.
So this wasn't like a sanctioned event.
No.
This was just like a one-nighter.
Impromptu leg wrestle.
It was after the Super Bowl, and so
You're all
we were
jacked
fired up.
yeah, we were all fired up and just started leg wrestling each other on the ground. But they kicked me out, and then I snuck back in to try to finish the tournament. And they really didn't like that.
The tournament.
Just bragging rights too. No
we got
prize.
money on this.
And then I think we ended up on stage
Yes.
doing some Kanye West.
You were rapping. Liz Lemon, who's in our YouTube chat right now, was on the drums. I don't know why. Oh, it's because the actual band that was performing that night, you take your intermission.
Yeah.
You take a break, 15 minutes, drink some water, have some beers. So we just got up on stage without anyone telling us to.
like I think I might not be able to come to your show Saturday.
Yeah, we might be bad.
If it's the same bouncer.
No, you guys are coming. We'll get you in. Don't worry about it. And then we'll leg wrestle too.
Yeah,
Perfect.
sure.
On
Get
the
you kicked out
stage.
right back again. Yeah.
Launch me off the stage.
Yeah.
Where can people follow you? Hit us one more time with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Sparrow Blue Official on Instagram, Sparrow Blue on Facebook, sparrowblue.ca is our website. You can listen to all of our music on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your music, YouTube, Google Play, everything like that. And check out our website. And we have a newsletter that we send out, so you get some behind the scenes stuff, early access. We do yearly New Year's newsletter exclusive t-shirts. Jesus Christ. And there's just like some exclusive stuff on there that you can check out.
Hell
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
Support local. Make sure you go and check it out. Blues on White this Saturday, not a game night.
Yes.
So if you're in the mood for live music,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. This guy. Can you give us
Yeah! Is that all right?
Yeah, it was great.
I wasn't expecting
Sorry,
that.
I didn't warm up.
Thanks so much for your
Yeah.
time,
Thank you,
man.
Des.
Thanks so much for
Appreciate
having me,
it.
guys.
All right,
Cheers.
Saucers, we will be right back. We're just going to get a picture with Des before he jets out of here, and then we'll get back at it. Be right back.
We would like to apologize if you were startled slightly by Des singing that loud note very quickly.
No, that was incredible.
He's like, I didn't warm up. He's like, I was like, you didn't give anybody else a chance to warm up either to it. So we have a few people that said that they have to go and change their pants after that.
Yeah.
I felt like I had my first heart attack at age 39 after that one.
Sorry. But
I'm
it is
awake.
Monday.
I'm awake now.
Yeah. And it's a game day, so now we're in the zone, right?
We have a few people that are inquiring about lag wrestling. They don't understand it. So lag wrestling, you both lay on your backs and you lift one leg, you go 1, 2, 3, then you connect right at like the back of the ankles, and whoever flips the other person over wins. And it just became something that I got really good at.
And I know how you win.
How?
You're just faster at getting the leg up and over, and then people don't see it coming.
Right.
Well, and the next thing they know, they're rolled over.
Would it be easier to demonstrate on the table?
I think I'd hurt myself. I had knee surgery on my right knee. I think it got broken down from all my matches.
Do you want us both to do it on the table? I don't know if we could fit on the triangle shaped table.
I don't think that's a good idea.
But one day we will have a sauce event.
Well, we might be able to get an old video too, just to explain it at some point. But yeah, that's something that I just really enjoyed doing at parties, and I got pretty good at it.
Yeah, after a couple too many whiskeys, it's like, all right, who wants to watch my talent? Line up.
Some people sing, like Des.
Yep.
After they have a few drinks. Some people leg wrestle.
Speaking of singing, we have our backtrack, all the inside jokes from the shows from last week.
Mm-hmm.
We also potentially have a 420 parody song that we can show you.
Speaking of singing, yes.
Happy 420 to those who celebrate.
It, it was more fun when it was illegal.
We were talking about this last week.
Yeah.
When you would like hide in the woods with your friends and you heard footsteps coming and you're like, it's the cops. And in reality, it would just be like a bird.
And like 420 specifically, because everybody just said, screw this, we're doing it in public. It kind of was like a sanctioned event. It was allowed.
Yeah, now it's just another day when you walk down the street and smell marijuana.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't make you go, oh, who's smoking?
I actually feel like you get more judged smoking on the street with a cigarette than you do a joint now. Like I feel like there's more like, what are you doing?
Well, because it's normalized to smoke weed, and maybe now people are saying with cigarettes, with all the other options out there.
Uh-huh.
People are like, you're still doing that?
Plus, like, when you toss out a roach, it's not that big a deal. When you toss out a cigarette butt, it is garbage. Like, it's significant garbage.
People are still throwing their butts out the window of their vehicle in 2026.
It's weird that one just, like, was allowed littering for decades.
Yeah.
Before we were like, wait a minute. And then also started a bunch of fires. Like, I think most forest fires in Canada were caused, like, the number one reason was cigarette butts.
Do you know how many times I've had to stomp out someone else's cigarette?
How many?
Like 4.
Yeah, you made it sound like it
4
was way
too many.
More than... Yeah, I think that, and for ATVs cause a lot of forest fires too, right?
Well, yeah, when they're like,
it's just because they spit out. Well, yeah, and if it's really dry conditions, so I guess that's one of the good things about
the weather,
all the snow that
and
we've
it's
gotten
coming
and
again.
stuff.
We're getting more snow this week.
Is that confirmed?
Congrats.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, on Thursday, I think.
I don't know if it is.
It'll be rain. It's fine.
60% chance of showers Wednesday, 30% chance of showers Thursday. No talk of flurries at this point.
Perfect.
So you were lying. I knew it.
Reese, did you get our 420 song or no?
I did, yes.
Should we get into it?
I hope it's appropriate.
Who cares?
I know we made it so long ago, though, that, like, there could be stuff in it that...
True. So if that's the case, everyone has to Scouts honor promise that you won't tattle on us.
Uh-huh.
Because we know Jay doesn't watch our show. He's too busy in meetings all day, every day. Don't say anything.
Don't get us canceled for something we wrote in 2013.
And don't tell Jay about it.
It was a different time. But I think we're fine.
Who cares? We're going to air it. This is our 420 song. We wrote the lyrics ourselves. You'll be able to tell. and it's to the tune of Talking Bodies, which was a banger back in the day. Mm-hmm. But it's us performing it instead. This is Talking Munchies to celebrate 420. Enjoy. Eyes are red. The feeling of Cheeto crumbs in my bed. Smoked a toke. Now I'm eating my soup with a fork.
Do you need a spoon over there?
I'm so hungry tonight. Wanna eat a deer. Where's my hunting gear? Yeah, taquitos and big bites. Condiments are a must with a grape slush. Now if we're talking munchies, cookie dough ice cream is for me. Hope pizza won't take long. My jeans are too tight. Sweatpants for life. Nom 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 nom. Now if we're talking munchies, I really wanna eat a jar of cheese. You can blame the bone. Let's go get a bite. It's nugget night. Nummy nummy num. Dunkaroos. 2 cans of chunky beef stew. Bread sticks. Marinara fingertips. I'm so hungry tonight. Eating pickled spears in my underwears. Yeah, craving all in my sight. Toast is a must. Even eating my crust. Now if we're talking munchies, cookie dough ice cream is for me. Hope pizza won't take long. My jeans are too tight. Sweatpants for life. Nummy nummy num.
Num num.
That's it. Take it or leave it.
Great job. Great vocals.
Thanks.
You used to get all the credit for those songs because you're the one that sang them, but I wrote most of them.
Yeah, you came up with eating pickled spears in my underwears. That's poetry.
That was my line, yeah.
So congrats.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
All right, what's next?
Well, we got lots to come on the show today.
Yes.
We could talk.
Should we do 3 stars?
Yes.
3 stars of anything up next, and that is a presentation of Southview Acura, family owned and operated on Edmonton's south side. I got my brand new RDX.
I get in the passenger seat when we're hitting the road over the weekend. He's like, "Can you fix your seat?" Because no one had sat in it yet. And it was up way too high, so I looked way taller than him. And he's like, "You need to lower your seat." I was like, "No."
You looked uncomfortable. It wasn't that you were way taller than me.
Yeah, it was. He felt like the Monopoly guy. Remember that scene in Ace Ventura when nature calls?
You talk to me like I'm 5'5". I'm 5'9". That's the average height of an adult male in Maidstone, where I'm from. We're a short community.
It is interesting because I've never thought of you as short, and I still don't. You are taller than me, but it is wild to watch you, like, let's say, for example, Friday at the draft party. When you're talking to, like, Tyler Yaremchuk, and you're, like, talking to him.
Okay, he's maybe 6 feet tall. Let's not.
He's pretty tall. He's over 6 feet.
No.
Reese?
I'd say he's, like, probably
6'2".
a little bit over 6 feet.
He's
6'2".
6'1" max.
No.
I'll bet on it.
No.
I'll bet on it.
We did measurements last summer. It sucks they got wiped off the board. Maybe we got to do a new set of measurements.
Yeah. Just wait until my new shoes come in.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait till he's got his fresh inserts. Because when you wear them out over time, it affects the
way she talks, though, has forced me to.
No,
I bought tall shoes.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I did.
Like Spice Girls style?
No, they have like the springy bottoms. They apparently add 2 inches. $50 online. They popped up as an ad.
I knew it.
They
popped up as an ad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's because you're talking shit all the time, and it picked up on my phone. Tall, short, tall, short. Tyler's tall, you're short.
Anyway, the whole point of us talking about this is because I looked like an absolute giant monster beside him in the car. So I did adjust my seat so I could be dainty and cute again.
Bo says I'm 5'11" and Tyler is taller than me. Okay, by an inch. He's 6 feet tall, I bet. Maybe 6'1".
Someone's asking if you're shoe maxing.
That's what I think this is going to be, is shoe maxing, yeah.
Okay, so I heard a new term. Now we know shoe maxing, new term. Have you heard of boyfriend maxing? There was a guy that posted a video on TikTok over the weekend where he did a 10K run or something, but he boyfriend maxed halfway through. So he stopped at a flower shop on the way, got flowers for his girlfriend, dropped them off at her house, and then continued his run. Green flag.
Unless he stinks when he's running. And then he brought flowers. What's flowers lead to? We all know. And now he's a sweaty mess.
What are you
What if he
talking
stinks?
about? What do flowers lead to? Your house smelling nice?
No.
No, we don't do sound effects.
I'm just clapping.
All right, let's get into 3 stars of anything today. Things you hope to see during the playoffs. Wait, let me try that again.
Yeah, here we go.
Wait, let's get Reese to hit the button and then I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
It could be an athlete, snacks, or cars. It's time we pick our 3 stars of anything.
Now I'm shy.
We are looking for the 3 stars of things you'd love to see this playoff run. Things you would love to see this playoff run. It can be in the arena. It can be outside. It can be hockey in general. What would you like to see? I believe I get first overall pick, and I'm going to take one that I think both of you would itch to steal from me if you could, but you can't because I got first pick. Edmonton Oilers to win a Stanley Cup.
Wow.
That's all we care about. That's all we care about.
We do. We cry on our commutes.
McDavid passing it to Draisaitl.
Oh, stop.
Then passing it to Nuge. Then passing it to Nurse. Then it would just bring tears to my eyes. I know I would ugly cry.
Oh, yeah.
We
I would
need it.
sob.
Mm-hmm. And then go and celebrate with your partner. Okay.
Reese, what's your first overall pick for things you hope to see during the playoffs this year?
Just before I make my first pick, Waz actually, just a heads up, he texted our group chat and said if anybody wants iced coffees, he would be picking some up.
I'm sorry?
I don't think this happens very often.
Did someone
take
steal
advantage of
his
this.
phone?
Yeah, true. Or he might have stolen somebody's credit card or something like that.
What's happening?
That's crazy.
Oh, my doctor called me. That's weird.
Oh, great.
Well, now I'm going to be anxious all day.
Yeah, why did you bring it up on the show?
Should I call her live on the show?
Probably not.
What's wrong with me now?
When did you go and see your doctor recently?
No.
Well, maybe she just is checking and sees that your prescription for your methamphetamines is running out or something.
Ryder, you can't just say things like that.
What?
I have blood pressure medication. It helps my migraines. Maybe I
Yeah.
need to go for a pap smear.
What are
Okay.
we doing? What are we doing?
Waz is buying us coffee?
Yeah, let's get back to that for
Okay,
the love of God.
I wanted to grab a bunch of Smalls for everyone. Smalls, grow up. I need a coffee the size of my ass. I'm going to say that. Size of my ass or nothing.
Do they serve coffee in dump trucks? Just kidding.
She be squatting. Wow.
Yeah.
I think we all say yes.
Sure.
3
Well, really,
coffees.
There isn't a whole lot of other people at HQ.
So, iced coffees it is. Let's get into this. Lisa, it's your first pick. Oh, no, Reese's first pick.
Sorry.
What's something you want to see during this playoff run?
I want to see a couple overtime winners, courtesy of the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay.
We want, that's the most electric thing you can watch in the playoffs, is a big overtime winner.
Especially at home.
So
like
stressful,
when you're,
though.
When you're in the rink and it's an overtime winner. Oh,
And they don't go to commercial.
I actually don't know if I've ever been to a playoff game where there was an Oilers overtime winner. Huh. I was at that stupid one when Marchand scored in
Yeah.
the double overtime of the Stanley Cup final. Piece of shit.
Piece of shit. Okay, my first overall pick. I want to see positive stories from the streets of Edmonton. That's the content I crave. It's what I want. I know it's going to happen. It's inevitable.
Like when the police officer danced. Do you remember that one?
Exactly, in the mosh pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want cops pulling people over like Dez who are drinking beers in the street and they say you have two options.
Chug it
Chug it now
or keep going.
or
and
keep
the
going
next
and get
cop-
arrested.
Yeah, the next cop might not be so nice.
So that's my first overall pick.
All right. On to round 2 for 3 stars of anything. Things you'd like to see. I'm going to go with something that was really big last year. And that one was in the arena when the girl flashed the TV.
You want more knockers out.
Well, and just when you looked at the playoff run from back in the White Avenue days, it was
Boobs everywhere.
It was knocker central. Same with, we were talking about the Calgary playoff run. And they also, the Red Mile, had...
Miles and miles of boobs.
So, like, what has happened? What's happened to us?
Well, I think we also need to take into consideration that the woman who flashed at the game has deleted the internet.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
So it wasn't
I don't
good.
know if it was good in the end.
I mean, she got her 5 minutes of fame and a ton of compliments from what I saw, but sure. And I think maybe it's everybody having phones out and cameras out. You used to be able to get away with it and just one person would see it. Or like 100 people that were there would see it. Now, somebody's got their phone out.
Yeah, they're filming
and
you.
like your parents are
different.
going to see it. So it's too bad.
It's too bad.
That's the way we've gone, but let's just see.
You never know.
Bring them out. Reese, your second pick.
For things I'd love to see on this playoff run, I want to see these big trucks driving by Rogers Place with like all this stuff in the back. We've got Oilers flags, hockey sticks flying out the back.
Yep.
A big oil drum on the back. Like, I want to see everything.
It's the best.
Yeah, and have the horn like wah, 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 wah. Like, I love walking around downtown.
The
after
more
a win.
loud
Oh
and
my
obnoxious,
gosh.
the better.
And even just to add, like, car flags in general. It seems like there's none out there right now. Are we waiting for the second round? Don't wait any longer.
Don't wait.
Get your Oilers flags pumping.
Shanlin says, no, Lisa. She's very much active online now and posed for Playboy.
Okay.
Okay.
So she is killing it. There's a good message in there somewhere for you.
Yep. I would like to go with my second overall pick. The WAG jackets. It's the best time of the year.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren Kyle. Did you see her inspo page? Princess Diana in the sweater and the biker shorts was her inspiration for the WAG jackets this year. Bring it on.
All right.
I can't wait. I was standing behind Lauren Kyle at one of the playoff games when she was wearing the bright orange biker jackets that had the tassels down the side.
Yeah.
She was right in front of me with Connor's dad, and I got to look at it that close. And it was a thing of beauty.
Okay, my next pick.
Wow, you don't care about WAG jackets?
I do. It's just I'm brainstorming because Reese kind of stole the one that I was hoping to go with next. I was just going to go with getting those flags out. But what would I like to see this playoff run? I'm going to say...
I have a suggestion.
No. Don't be trying to come at me with a suggestion. No. We don't need to see a coach's fight, Lisa.
Why? That's fun.
I'm going to say a Conn Smythe win for Connor McDavid when he actually wins the cup, too.
I have something. I have another honorable mention.
So, Conn Smythe, Connor McDavid with a cup win. The combo. Reese, your third pick.
I want to see, after the games a lot of the time, like, I'll be pretty fired up. And so I will try and get, like, as many high fives as humanly possible. So I'll go to, like, hot areas, like the bottom of the escalator. where people have to walk by me and it's just boom, 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 boom. I want to see my high five record get broken.
Okay. Do you know what your high five record is, or
That's
you just
the
know
thing
the
is I
feel of
can't
it?
give it a real number because I don't know the state that I'm in is not always like super locked in number wise.
Okay.
But this year I want to get like there's got to be a game that I can go to or be around where I can just get like 500 high fives, 600, 1,000.
We should pick the game that you're doing that, and
Lots of hand sanitizer that night.
True. And see if the Saucy Posse wants to jump on, and we'll try to match your high fives the next day with donations to the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Okay, we'll get on this.
So if you get up to like 500-600,
that'd be sick.
We know what we got to do the next day.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm pivoting with my final choice. I'm getting crazy up in here. What I would like to see is maybe a conference final trophy being touched.
I mean, I think they touched it last year.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, then I changed my mind.
So 2 years ago, they didn't
Not touching it.
2 years ago, they didn't touch it.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Well,
Last year, they touched
never mind.
it.
I'm going back with my original then. I'm going with goalie fights.
Yay, a goalie fight. And you also wanted a coach fight.
Well, I was giving that a suggestion for you.
Okay.
I didn't want you to steal my goalie fight, so I was riffing, you know?
Yeah, I could see Knobloch kicking the wheels off of Quenneville in this first round. Quenneville's got the old man tough thing going on, but Knobloch just looks like he'd be like the little guy in that old boxing Nintendo game. He kind of looks like that guy.
Can we please get a little brief breakdown as to what I meant by touching the conference final trophy for people like Saucy Amber in the chat are saying, what the F does that mean?
So when the Eastern Conference team has its official winner, or the Western Conference team has their official winner,
So they know that they're going to the Stanley Cup final.
there are trophies for that. Just like pendants in baseball, you get a trophy. But it's long rumored that it's bad luck to touch that trophy because teams don't care about that trophy. They
And if you
want
touch
just
it-
the Stanley Cup. So by touching it, you're celebrating that that's what you got. And then it's, maybe taking away from the ultimate goal. So there are teams that have decided they won't touch it. But then if, like the Oilers 2 years ago, you don't touch it and don't win the cup, you kind of want to change that luck around.
So then he did touch it the next year,
Oh, the team touched it, yeah.
and then
So
he still didn't.
there's a team will decide before it's awarded to them whether they're all going to touch it or none of them are going to touch
Well,
it.
maybe this time it should just be one person that touches it.
See, I don't think that's ever been done. And
Was that your was that your throat?
Yeah, I had a little bit of a half burp.
That's a sign. It's going to be just McDavid. Just you wait and see.
That would be cool, and then you could actually see if it does have luck. If he went off and just banged off like a 32-point Stanley Cup final after touching it, and everybody else looked like shit, then you know that the trophy's lucky.
Hope never dies.
Or if he doesn't have a very good series, but we still go on to win in the Cup final, like he wouldn't have a good series. What am I even talking about?
He's in his bubble bath right now with his rubber
Charging.
duckies, and he's like smacking them off the sides. He's punching them off the sides, and he's going, "Let's do this."
You think he's beating up rubber duckies right now in
100%.
preparation? Okay. It's a hell of a pick.
We've got Liam in the chat. Just a reminder, O&E today is an 8-hour-long live stream with Liam and Tyler.
Yeah.
So, Liam, hit us up in the chat. What do you need? What do you need today?
Yeah.
You want me to bring you some sugar-free Red Bulls? What do you need from your girl?
I can order in some lunch maybe.
Yeah? What do you guys want?
That's a crazy stream. They're going from noon until puck drop straight. That's a lot of talking. Like, I wonder if their voices will be gone by tomorrow. Especially, they're going to be yelling a lot tonight when the Oilers win. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if any of us are going to have a voice.
Yeah, this is going to be
We have to plan our sober days.
I know.
Like, yeah, there's a game tonight, but you know you're going to another game later in the week. Therefore, tonight it's bubblies only.
Well, this is playoffs.
Yeah, but we have to not look
Sacrifices.
swollen on our wedding night.
Okay, yeah, I guess you guys have a different...
In 3 months.
No less.
In almost 3 months.
We just... You just got to remember what those guys are going out there and doing night in, night out.
Yeah.
The least we can do is work hard off the ice.
We're going to hydrate.
Well, and I think like working out important if you are going to get at it with a few pints, like try to
mix in some things so you're not barely holding on.
Yeah. Like 2 years ago, there was some stretches where I was like, I can't wait for these playoffs to be over, but like I want us to win. But I need to go back to normal life where I'm zenning out and doing yoga and drinking water.
Liam in the chat said no chill today. What does that mean?
They might not be playing NHL on stream. I know they did that for a chunk of last year's.
Okay. But they're not playing chill.
I don't know. It's pretty ominous.
So we asked him if there's anything we can help with, and he just said no chill today.
Do you want our help or not?
Yeah.
We are here for you. We are team players. No? Fine.
Water retention pills are a thing. Interesting. You can drink every night. Just ration your boozing. This is the playoffs. Now is not the time to ration your boozing.
What is water retention pills? I'm looking into it.
It's a Monday night. I know it's the first game of the year of the playoffs. So I'm not going to judge people who go for it. But I also am not going to judge people who are like, all right, let's just actually zone in and watch the game with a Sprite. And then come Wednesday, let's get a little at it. Wing Wednesday.
Well, and it's like almost mini Friday, which then is almost Friday, which is a weekend game night at Greta.
Yeah.
At Greta Bar, hope to see you there. I know Northside Norm has already booked all of the tables for the entire series, which is hilarious to me, and I love the commitment. So we will see you there.
Really?
Yep.
So the Saucy Posse is going to be coming through. We're going to be hosting every away game at Greta.
So we would love to see you there. Greta Bar, great place to take in the games. We'll have some swag, some gifts to give away during the game.
That Friday night could be an absolute vibe as well, depending on how the first couple games go here. Like, there's lots of different things that we could be seeing come Friday. Maybe taking a 3-0 lead. Maybe it's 1-1 here in Edmonton, and we go up in the series and steal one in Anaheim for the 2-1. That's exciting. And those are the only two options that I think are possible. I'm not going to bring up the other one.
All right, things you hope to see during the playoffs this year are 3 stars of anything. Let's spitfire our top 3 choices and put the poll up in the chat.
My 3 picks were an Edmonton Oilers Stanley Cup win, Connor McDavid winning the Conn Smythe along with that cup, and more flashing on the streets, in the parties. Get them out.
My top 3, goalie fights, positive vibe stories from the streets of Edmonton, and the WAG jackets. I hope I get some votes for that one.
I had overtime winners, trucks with flags, and a new high five record.
Oh, maybe Amber was asking what a WAG jacket is.
That's the designed wives and girlfriends jackets, and they get like all of them get the same jacket.
And they wear different ones during each series. It's so awesome.
And they're badass. Sometimes they're like way out there. Other times they're like pretty chill.
Yeah, we actually
awesome.
We judge them. We go, oh, this year I'm going to give them a blank out of 5.
Ooh, we should do that on the show.
Yes.
Have we seen any of the other teams' WAG jackets yet?
I haven't even looked into it.
Okay, we're doing that. We're going to rank any teams that are participating, which is most now. But I believe it started here. I made that up. It could have started anywhere. But I believe it started here. And we will do our official ranking at the end of every week. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Who's winning so far? Ryder. I'm sorry. Reese only has 4%. People hate high fives.
Yeah, it was a tough go.
Oof, 3%.
3%? What's going on?
Holy.
Well, it's because there's no...
Well, his family's on vacation. They're not watching today.
There's no wager on it. And so people are like, okay, let's actually vote for who's the best at this game. Not,
well, if
let's
that
just
were the
vote
case,
for Reese.
I would be winning, but I'm not.
Can we get into the Anaheim Ducks? I've done a little deep dive into what to expect out of this team that we take on in the first round.
Well, I just texted Menzies in all caps saying, where are you? Do you think he forgot about us?
Yes.
Fine. We'll do it without him.
Are we putting him up? How how serious was he about being in on Monday? Because I said, should I confirm with Menzies? And you're like, no, he sounded confident that he was in.
I said, I'm putting you in the calendar for Monday, 10 a.m.
Yeah. I should have checked. I'll know next time. Don't trust Lisa. What was the other one? Yeah, what was the other thing just recently that I learned that you're a liar? You said something, and I was like, oh yeah. We met our friend Rachel last night for dinner.
Okay.
So a week and a half ago, Lisa goes, hey, we're meeting our friend Rachel from Cranbrook. She's in town to buy her lovely daughter a grad dress and wants to link up for dinner on Sunday. And I was like, oh, cool. This Sunday? And you said yes. And then we show up, and you had the wrong Sunday.
Yeah, that happens.
It doesn't. If you just confirm with her or Menzies about if it's the right day. Like maybe you locked him in for next Monday.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. But it's fine. Let's deep dive into the Anaheim Ducks.
Let's start with why are people wanting revenge, Ryder?
I think it's the 2017 series that started a real hatred, and it's because they were brats. They had a couple guys on the ice that were like thorns in the side of the Oilers. We had beat the San Jose Sharks in the first round, McDavid's first taste at playoffs, Draisaitl's first taste at playoffs. We were rolling. We had a nice mix of vets and young players, young studs. And we ended up in a series against a team that was weathered but experienced. You had guys like Ryan Kessler and Kevin Bieksa would have been on the team at that point, I believe. Would he have been on that Ducks team, Bieksa?
Yeah, I think so.
Superman punching people.
Yeah.
And we hated him, but now is he growing on us as a sports broadcaster? Yes. I'd say yes.
I like him as on Sportsnet and
Me
as
too.
a broadcaster.
Yeah, I didn't want to like him too, which means he must be doing a really good job
Yeah.
if I was willing to get over how much I hated him. But anyway, we played this team, and there was one specific goal that was a big game changer in the series where Ryan Kessler actually used his hands to create a 5-hole in Cam Talbot's pads, and they scored on the 5-hole.
And they let that count.
That was just a huge point of contention. It was like a greasy cheating way, but you were all looking for goals no matter how you get them. And if the refs don't see it as cheating...
Well, the refs they're letting the boys play in the playoffs.
A bit more, yeah.
A lot more.
So far this year, I feel like the refs have been on their whistles a bit more. There's been a lot of power plays so far.
But do they get on their whistle a lot less as the series go on?
I think in playoffs in general, they let more things go. Because guys are like taking runs at each other. And if both teams doing it, if you were calling penalties that you called in the regular season in playoffs, the penalty box would be littered with people the entire game. And the refs don't want to decide the games. They want the players to decide the game.
They want to stay out of it.
But also, if any team wants a lot of penalties getting called, it's the Oilers.
Right, because their power play is lethal.
Yeah.
Like, even when the Oilers are looking at the free agency market, it's smart if they look at guys who draw lots of penalties, even if they're on the third and fourth line, because when our power play's on, we're dominant.
We love the PP.
Record-breaking PP.
Say that again. Actually, you probably would break a record for how you PP.
Oh, I thought you were going to say just for the PP.
No, I mean because you were told that you have the biggest bladder a nurse has ever seen.
The most filled up bladder. Do you
think that's a compliment?
You not heard this story, Reese?
No, this is insane.
He had to get an ultrasound once.
Yeah.
So they make you fill up with drinks and you can't pee.
So they drink 2 liters of water at least in the morning, don't pee and come in. I also mixed in a extra large coffee. And by the time I got there, I was going to erupt. And she does the ultrasound and said, quote, I've been in this industry for 24 years and I have never seen a bladder this full before. I was like, yeah, girl.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. Toilet filler.
That's what they call you.
That's your nickname.
That's what they call me, the toilet filler.
That is disgusting. If you didn't know what someone was it's giving. What's that scene in us? I'm always referencing Austin Powers. Isn't there kind of something similar?
No, he has the asparagus pee that like stinks really bad.
No.
Oh. That's probably what you're thinking of.
Whatever. There's a lot of potty jokes in Austin Powers. I digress.
So that, I think, is the main reason is we had this series against a bunch of...
A-holes.
Yeah.
And lost.
And it was heartbreaking.
It was tough.
So there's a bit of that still. It feels like this team is so different now.
That's true.
Like, I don't know if any of their players would have been on that team. We've got a few. Like, we've got... Nuge, Nurse, McDavid, Draisaitl. None of our defensemen would have been on that team. None of our goalies. So that might... Oh, Nurse was the only defenseman.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think anybody from that Ducks team would still be on it.
Right. So to say that that rivalry still is brewing, I don't know.
Yeah, like we're not mad at this roster.
Right.
It's just the idea of the Ducks, so it's go time, and that's why.
And it feels like things have kind of switched. Now we have a more veteran group, and they did in 2017. And they've got some young up-and-coming players that are pretty potent offensively.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but their defense, maybe not as strong.
I would say our defense is stronger, but they did pick up John Carlson at the deadline, which may have been the grab of the deadline. Like he's record-breaking for his time in Washington for goals, assists, points, game winners for a defenseman. Like he broke all the defensive records in Washington.
I got a response from Menzies. I said, "Where are you?" in all caps, and he wrote, "Oh, F word." In all caps back.
No problem.
It's okay.
He's still going up, though.
He said, "I completely forgot." Should I just send a picture of the guests?
Yeah. It's been a minute since we put a name up there.
It's just going to be all of our employees.
Yeah. Guys that just forgot.
It's all good. We just got another donation to the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Yes,
thank you so much, Ty. Des used to hang around the St. Albert skate park way back. All right, $7 donation. He said, ask him to do his triangle face. He left, but next time we get him on the sauce.
Triangle face it is.
It's happening.
So, they're young guys that you should probably watch out for that are going to be fun to watch, but hopefully they don't do too well as Oiler fans. And I think they split them up pretty good here. We've got Leo Carlson, who's first-line center. We've got Beckett Seneca, who, if I'm not mistaken, is the second-line right winger. Yeah. And then Cutter Gauthier is playing third-line right wing. Beckett's right wing as well. Sorry.
What does the caution sign mean beside Radko Gudas? Does that mean it's not for sure?
I think he was just hurt going into the playoffs, but I think he'll be playing for sure.
I hope he's hurt. That guy's a menace.
What's on the Chris Kreider jersey? Can you zoom in on the forwards?
Yeah, it's just basically like a note.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So Daily Faceoff has these notes that you can go and check out.
Yeah, like if there's an update or he might I'll go confirm what it is right now.
It'll say like his wife is expecting her second child and he might not make the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really specific example, but it could be something like that. It could also be like has scored 5 out of the last 6 games or something. Would they have notes like that too?
He actually had an illness.
Okay.
And so it was just basically saying like, hey, he's going to play like in their last game of the season.
Okay.
So you got Cutter Gauthier, Leo Carlson, Beckett Seneca. All 3 of them are close to point per game players. So when you look at McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, we've got guys that are well above that, but they are vets. Whereas these guys are like young and hungry. It's their first sniff at playoffs. They're going to come out flying.
Yeah, they are.
And they're a fast team because they've got one of those guys on each one of their top 3 lines, and all 3 of them can move. The vets that they have up front, Chris Kreider, as we talked about, Mikael Granlund, and Troy Terry, all pretty good players. But again, I just
we
like
have
our depth.
Draisaitl back. We have Hyman back.
I know.
We've got Boosh.
And you add in like Podkolzin, Savoy in the seasons that they've had. Roslovic is having a really good year. hopefully he shows up in the playoffs. That was one of the slights against him in Carolina, is that big games he kind of goes quiet.
Man, I felt so bad. I was watching O&E last night, and they were last week, and they were talking about our injury list, and they were like, "Oh, like I think we're actually doing pretty good," and everyone forgot about Janmark. Like, it's made me sad for him. Like he was the forgotten Oiler.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
Worry about him.
For how fast he is, he just doesn't produce very well, which is annoying. So I think a lot of fans are like, all right. And we've got so much depth now in where he would be slotted. You look at what Doc's been able to do so far. Frederic is playing way better. Like, I just don't think there's a spot for him. If they're thinking about having to sit guys like Henrique or Szymanski, they're way better than Janmark is.
Okay,
at this
so
point
if we're gonna
in
sit
their
anyone,
career.
we're happy that it's Janmark.
I don't
That
think
makes me
people are
sad
losing.
for him.
I don't think people are losing sleep over him not being in the lineup.
I think honestly the most likely guy to come out would probably be Lazar.
Right, which
And, like-
kind of sucks because he's been going.
Yeah, and he plays super well. Like he's always going 100%.
Yeah.
So
and
I
he's
don't know.
got the playoff vibes going too, right?
It'll definitely take a loss for I think this lineup to get jumbled around a bit, but I wouldn't be shocked if Janmark finds his way back in just because he's so good in the playoffs for some weird reason.
Good point. And his penalty kill last
That's
year
true.
was an absolute game changer for
Yeah.
us. Or was that 2 years ago that we had that lethal penalty kill that had like more shorties than we gave up?
Yeah, okay. I think that was 2 years ago.
2 years
But he
ago.
was still unreal like on the last playoff run too. Like
Yeah, all right. That's nice. There's your glowing review for Janmark. So we didn't forget about him. Reese has
Thank
got
you,
his
Reese.
back.
Reese is always someone I can rely on. How about relying on you guys justifying the screw up that Utah's team did? Did you guys see their merch?
Yeah.
That sucks.
That was a big screw up.
Reese, I put a picture in our picks and videos for the show. If you want to go to the very top and click that photo, I want people watching this to take a look at this picture. And if you can spot what's wrong with it, gold star for you. Because it reminds me of when we first signed Connor McDavid. And to celebrate, when we were at the radio station, we had Connor McMuffins and we were just giving them out for free in the parking lot. And we made the stickers, and Connor was spelt wrong. Conner. And we went viral. We made the news because one person screwed up on hundreds of stickers. But we had to own it. All right, take a look. What's wrong with this?
Can you see what's wrong with it, Reese? Have a look at this and just see if you can spot the screw up.
I believe that I noticed.
You did notice.
What? Take it on. Uoth memoth.
Uath.
The wolf?
Uath. Uath.
Maybe they just wanted it to rhyme. Like their team
This
name.
is such a fail. Someone's getting fired.
2026.
You can't
Stanley
have
Cup
them in the
Playoffs.
first time ever being in the Stanley Cup playoffs
Uoth memoth.
and spell Utah wrong.
Yeah, that's a big screw up.
It's not good.
Did you see their owner just walking around high-fiving people?
Yeah, he's like
he
the
the
chillest
best?
dude in the world.
He seems so badass.
Also, what he does sometimes is he'll tweet out being like, hey, do I have anyone reading this tweet that's never been to a game before? Hit me up. I'll give you my box for the game tonight.
No
He does that
way.
kind of stuff. I'm kind of jealous. Because those are cool moves.
Yeah. How old is he? He looks like he's
Young.
maybe 50.
Yeah, like maybe 45. I don't know. But I would buy that shirt just to own the one that has the spelling wrong. It's funny.
Yeah, it is nice to have one of those once in a while. We'll be seeing those shipped overseas probably, right?
You think so?
Well, like anytime there's a championship shirt made up of the team that lost,
Because they have to make them both because you don't know who's going
you
to
got to
win.
be ready to
That's a lot of waste.
have them roll out. Yeah, I think they just shipped them over to countries that could use
Some hats,
some clothes.
some shirts.
So that might be where the Uoth Memoth goes.
Uoth. Is that not like a song?
Uoth.
No. Uoth. What song am I doing? Uoth.
No,
Metallica?
That's Du Haas.
Oh, yeah.
Du Haasvich.
That's what it sounds like.
Du Haasvich. Utah.
Uoth.
He's 47
Uoth.
yees old.
Yeah, he looks great.
He's 4 years older than me, and he owns a team.
And he's giving out his box seats
Man.
like it's nothing. High-fiving the people walking the streets.
I'm a real piece of shit.
We never see our owners. They go through hidden hallways to avoid us.
Well, that's because the last time our owner was seen on screen, people were like, what happened to his face? You know? So you probably don't want that where's Ryan Smith's walking around high-fiving people with a backwards hat looking like he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
A little bit cooler.
Just a tad.
Some other things to watch out for on the Anaheim Ducks. We've got some big defensemen that are going to be running around looking for people with their head down, which is worrisome if they can catch us. So you look at Trouba. Mm-hmm. He has made a career out of Laing hits that are questionable.
Right.
Like Scott Stevens used to do the same thing, but was also a really, really quality defenseman. Trouba's known for that kind of play, but he's just decent in comparison to Scott Stevens. So hopefully he just can't catch our top line if they put Trouba up against the McDavids and the Dreisaitl's of this world. But then, yes, Radko Gudas, quite a name for himself as well this year for all the wrong reasons.
That guy sucks.
But like we talked about last week, I think Friday, we kind of knew that this was going to be shaken down, this series. And we said, like, he doesn't want to be known as the guy that just injures stars, I don't think.
I hope
so.
not.
Maybe he second guesses.
Maybe he'll lay off a little bit.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Radko. Are we ready for our next guest?
Yeah, let's do this.
Head writer around here, Zach Laing, joins the show. How are you, my friend?
Kate.
Doing good, guys. How are you?
Good. Zach, you had a really funny tweet. What was the song that you were referencing when you saw the spelling mistake of Utah Mammoth's shirts?
Rollin' by Limp Bizkit.
And how were you wording it in your tweet?
Where you at?
You have.
Can I be honest here for a second?
Yeah.
That was my second run at that tweet.
Okay.
I had another tweet before. I quote tweeted it earlier in the day. And I was thinking about it all day. I was like, that one just didn't quite hit the way that I thought. And I was like thinking about it. I was like, there's got to be a better way. And then I was like, Rollin' by Limp Bizkit. Yes.
And the second one popped off for you.
It did better. It did better.
So
I felt better about it in here.
Yeah.
Which is what really matters.
That is what matters. You can't lose sleep over a tweet.
Exactly.
No.
Have you been watching a lot of hockey?
Pretty much all of them except for a good chunk of the LA-Colorado game.
Okay.
But I watched pretty much every other game, or had it on in the background at least.
How about that Sabres game last night? I don't know if I've ever been so excited for another team.
Electric. That
Yeah.
was unbelievable. You could see the pregame videos out on the streets where they're like beating up the punching bag thing with Cam Neely's jersey on it. Yeah, that was awesome, man. Good game by Buffalo. Great comeback in the third period. Tage Thompson, I mean, the guy's unbelievably good, right? Great to see it for the city of Buffalo.
Well, and it's a great reminder that when you're watching a game, every second counts. Because you're watching, you're down 2-0, and you're sad. It's the last period. There's 8 minutes left in the game, and you just never know. That's why hope never dies.
Yeah, true. It was cool. I saw a video circulating of the Sabres arena that matched just the sound of the fans. It like eliminated the announcers.
Oh, cool.
And with the, I think, go-ahead 3-2 goal. And it was insane. And that's what we're going to be feeling around here when you're in the stands. Like, there's something very special of just getting the roar of the fans as the background ambiance.
Well, we've heard it from the Oilers themselves that the louder the barn is, the better they play.
Absolutely. And we were starting to get a little taste of it in the final few regular season games at home too. Like,
yeah,
you could feel the players were getting ready for playoffs. The fans were getting ready for playoffs. It was like, oh yeah, big goal. Oh yeah, we cheer really loud.
We stand up. We high five.
You know, big kill, big penalty kill. Oh, we cheer for that. We chip the puck out of the defensive zone when we're stuck in there. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Practicing our outside voices.
That's right.
On the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
So pumped. It does sound like there are more tickets available than there normally are at this point. Do you think there's a cause for concern? And like maybe they learn the lesson at some point? Will we ever teach OEG a lesson about how much they're charging us to get into a game?
I don't think we ever will.
No.
I mean, prices are going to be exorbitant anywhere for playoffs.
Right.
It's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure those seats will fill up by the time puck drop rolls around. Like, there's enough fans that are eager and anxious to get in for playoff games that I'm sure they'll sell them out.
The verified resale tickets is, as far as I can see right now, is all that's left. So that means OEG sold every ticket in the house, which didn't
Solo
look
crowd?
like was going to happen when I got here this morning.
Really?
It wasn't the case.
So see, there you go. So what, in 2 hours maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the verified resale tickets, the cheapest you can get in right now is $206.50 per ticket, which isn't that bad.
It's not that bad for a playoff game.
But that's people that are taking L's.
Yeah.
That's people that probably have season tickets, bought the playoff package, and are selling at a discount just because they can't make tonight or want to make some of that money back.
Yeah. I mean, that's the cost of that's going to be, the deeper they go, only the higher it's going to get.
Exactly.
So no better time to get in than now.
Last year I had, because I split season tickets with 4 other guys. And so you do, when you have season tickets, get access to buy additional tickets for each round. Or that's how they did it last year. So going into the Cup final, we had like the pre-code to buy extra tickets. And I bought 2 tickets, lower bowl to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. And I think I paid $1,100 each, but I probably could have sold them for $15,000 each by the time. And
that is insane.
I know, it's insane. But I was going to go. Like,
Yeah. You wouldn't sell those.
I also don't love taking somebody to the cleaners for that much money.
No.
Another Oilers fan especially. Like, but you could have, is all I'm saying.
Crazy.
So
You're kinder than most.
yeah, that's true.
Also that.
I mean, that would pay for your season tickets for the entire next year.
Seriously. Yeah.
Which is insane to think about. But what are you most excited for when it comes to the matchup between the Oilers and the Ducks? What about this series, as an Oilers fan, has you excited?
Not playing the LA Kings in round 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, half kidding, half serious. I'm excited to see another team in the first round of the playoffs. I think it's going to be a fun series. I really do. Like, I think Anaheim is a good club, but I don't know if they're going to be able to stick around with the Oilers through, 5, 6, 7 game series, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be the biggest question mark. This is a really green Ducks team that they have. They've got the vets, they've got the Gudas, they've got the Trouba, the Carlson, they've got Chris Kreider, guys that have played in the playoffs before. But when the core of your team, Carlson, Terry, Beckett Seneke, Mason McTavish, Cutter Gauthier, Jackson Lacombe, all of these guys, this is their first real playoff experience, right? It's going to be a wake-up call for them. I think it's as simple as that. Look at Utah last night, for example, right? Similar situation.
Where?
UAT. Yes,
UAT.
you're right. UAT. Look at UAT last night, right? I mean, a good young team that's still getting experience in the playoffs.
Right.
They had that lead going into the third period there, and they kind of lost it, right?
And like I went to bed before the third period. It was the last game of my parlay too, and I would have hit pretty nice number there. But I looked at just the highlights this morning, and they were all dumb giveaways.
Yeah.
And you could tell it's just the nerves of 100%. Playoffs. You're in somebody else's barn. You feel like they're starting to swing the momentum. You grab that stick a little bit too tight because you are inexperienced in that kind of moment, and you make mistakes. And that could be exactly what shakes down if the Ducks feel that pressure of Rogers Place coming at them.
How about this in the chat? Apple Pie 86, first time contributing to the sauce. Thanks for being here. Last game I went to, playoffs against the Ducks in 2017.
Oh, no kidding.
I paid $500 for the high row lower bowl.
Okay.
Dang.
That's probably pretty similar prices. You might be able to get in a little cheaper this time. We were pretty hungry for playoffs in 2017.
Totally.
Right?
And that was a second round series too.
It was.
Right?
Yeah, that's
so
true.
A
That's
little
a good
deeper
point.
in the playoffs as well, right? But yeah, like that Utah series or UAth series. Sorry, I gotta correct myself.
Forevermore, that is what they are known as.
It's a bloodbath already.
Like
the amount of fights. I'm like, these guys are gonna be injured, which kind of makes me scared. I'm like, I just don't want anyone to hurt our boys, especially ones that are just coming off of their injuries.
There was one game, and it was actually surprising which one it was. I don't remember which game it was this weekend. They broke the record for most hits in the first period or something.
Oh, really?
And it was 51.
Holy.
They were saying it on Sportsnet.
Wow.
Or on Hockey Night in Canada, that crew was saying that 51 hits already, and I think it was just through 20.
That's crazy.
That's 3 big hits a minute.
It's a war of attrition, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to see it in all of these game ones. You're going to see it tonight for the Oilers, right? It's going to be a physical, heavy game. And that's where I wonder if the Ducks can keep up with the Oilers. Right?
Yeah, they're going to look absolutely gassed by third period.
I mean,
I'll be watching very closely.
The Oilers have physical, if their lineup as it is right now sticks, which I think it's going to for game 1 here, they've got physical players on pretty much every single line that lay the body and lay it hard. Hyman, Podkolzin, Dickinson can throw the body. You got the Bash brothers on the 4th line. The Oilers blue line, same thing, right? Ekholm, Bouchard, they're both physical kind of players. Murphy, Nurse, they're going to be punishing.
I mean, even McDavid a couple hits this season.
Especially
I've been like, holy.
Come playoffs too, he turns his physical side of his game up.
Big time.
And you have to.
Yep.
Like, you have to protect yourself out there, too. If you go in too easy, they know that you're vulnerable and they'll come at you. Whereas
100%.
if you show that, like, Draisaitl's reverse hit, for example, is, like, his best weapon of defense against protecting himself, because guys can't take him into the boards when they know that he's coming with that backwards hit shoulder.
It's that big German ass of his.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, let's talk about the 4th line of the Oilers. I don't remember when we've actually had a 4th line that felt like a true checking 4th line. What Doc has been able to bring out of Frederic is really exciting, and they kind of just know their role out there. Does this line, do you think, contribute offensively in this series too? Or maybe they don't have to and they just go and lay the body and play hard?
So Trent Frederic had 5 goals in the regular season this year. My postseason prediction is he scores 5 goals in the playoffs.
Awesome.
If you get 5 goals out of Trent Frederic in the playoffs, you are in very good shape. I think they're going to chip in some offense.
Yeah.
I don't they're not elite offensive talents or anything like that, but they've got the nose for the net. And we've seen, Colton Dach 2 goals, I think, in his 8 games in Edmonton. Frederic, 3 of those goals, I think, came after the trade deadline as well. They're kind of heating up at the right time, right? And, even if they just break even in terms of goal share, if they don't get outscored when they're on the ice and they're as physical as they are, they create that energy for the rest of those 3 lines, that's a win as far as I'm concerned.
Well, and Henrique seems to have a knack for playoffs too. If I'm not mistaken, there was one game last year where he had 2 goals in a game. I think it might have been first or second round. And just like that could be all you need offensively if the Oilers play some shutdown hockey. You get a couple goals off that 4th line in a game that could win a game, which could win a series.
Well, and they've gotten so much more confident, and it's the perfect timing for this too with Henrique. Did he not just score his first goal in 50 games the other night?
Yeah.
And then
One of the last couple games.
Frederic being in a perfect place to get that confidence to actually get into the playoffs and not feel like he's letting everyone down. And truly, they need that. We don't think about these people's personalities off the ice, and I think our team is really good at not blaming other people. They're actually not a toxic environment. That's my assumption. I don't know for sure, but just based
said
off
that
of
before too. He said
Frederic
even,
said that.
Yeah, he was quoted saying when I've been in my worst slumps,
Which
I
he's
don't
been
get
in.
treated any different in this dressing room.
Great.
They treat me the same as if I'm going well. So that's nice. You're right. It's not that toxic.
Coming from a different industry, obviously this is the furthest thing from being an athlete. But when you're in media and you're on screen and you have to perform and entertain, you want people around. You want to surround yourself with people that remind you that everything's going to be okay. And I feel like they have the perfect team for that and the perfect captain for that.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, the only thing about McDavid, and there's very few slights on the guy, but his body language sometimes when he's not thrilled with another player is dauntingly obvious. And so when they put Frederic with him to start the season, I think you have him going slapping his stick down or disappointed. Maybe that was just too much for Frederic and he wasn't in a place to succeed. Whereas I do think him on that 4th line, just knowing, lay a couple hits, don't make mistakes, chip in every once in a while. Offensively, that he might be great on that 4th line for years to come.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
We all know that, right? And, back to the locker room thing too, nobody in that locker room cares about how much money the other guy makes, right? They're not sitting there being like, oh, you only had, 5 hits and you took 1 shot on goal, and that's not worth the $3.85 million you cost us.
Right.
No, that's not what they're thinking. They're like, okay, well, Freddie, yeah, okay, maybe the offense isn't there, but he's an energy player. He lays the body, must be good in the room. Obviously, if they sign him for, a million years like they did, right? So all of that stuff kind of gets thrown out the window. And I think you made a great point there too with I think they set Frederic up for failure at the start of the season. They said, hey, you're going to be on the first line. And so he spends his summer preparing for this huge jump up the lineup after, a cold stretch since he arrived in Edmonton. And then all of a sudden, 3 games into the regular season, it's like, hey, actually, no, you're going down to the 3rd and 4th line.
Right.
Like they could have done a better service to him of saying, hey, you're just going to be a depth guy. Like, find your game, get yourself healthy if you're still got lingering ankle issues. Those seem to be all gone now at this point in time. And, I think from the fan base perspective too, this is the chance for Frederic to redeem himself.
Totally.
So to speak, right? Yeah. Like, this is a time for him to kind of have a big breakout playoffs for the Oilers.
And if him and Doc find that chemistry together, you could, depending on if other guys are maybe struggling a little bit and they're looking good, you bump them up to the 3rd line with Dickinson in the middle, and all of a sudden you got a real tough line to play against.
100%. They've got options, and that's the nice thing, especially in that forward group. Defensively, a little concerned about the depth on the blue line there, but I think they'll be able to find a way through it all. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, there was times during this season where I was like, well, if it's a mini rebuild year, not rebuild, but just like retool, stock the shelves a little bit, come back next year with, the intention of winning the cup, but not to maybe shoot too hard on the trade deadline and overspend. So there was times of this year I didn't have true faith that we were maybe a contender.
Reece.
I look at this team now going
believe,
into this playoff run. I think that we have the chance to be there at the end.
Man, I've been seeing TikTok. The guys that predict and I think this is gonna happen. The amount of ones that are saying
pro
Oilers make it, and these are guys that usually don't care or think about us. I'm like, yeah.
Might just be your algorithm.
Eric Corgi has the Oilers.
I don't think so.
Eric Corgi's got the Oilers. Just saying.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In this series or
in this series?
Okay.
In this series against the Ducks.
Hey, we'll take it
one round at a time.
I have a buddy that came over because we did our playoff draft at River Cree on Friday, but then I just had I hosted one with a bunch of buddies at my place on Saturday, and he is doing fantasy drafts with all of the different AIs. So he has Grok from Twitter taking on ChatGPT, and he's taught them all how to compete against each other. And so they've all drafted teams. For the regular season, Grok won. He beat all the other AIs, and he has them chirping each other.
Okay, what? Who?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could do this, but why not, right? You put all the AIs against each other, and he's doing a playoff one as well, so I don't think he has which team will win. It's just drafting players, but it would be crazy to see if they're succeeding at a higher clip rate than experts in hockey. But I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Just a quick little update.
Sure.
Kind of an injury update we all expect from Chris Knobloch.
Oh God.
No update from Knobloch on Draisaitl and Dickinson. He said you'll have to wait until tonight to find out, which I think is a good sign.
He's playing.
I think Dickinson too.
I think they're both playing.
You do.
I have no sources or inside information or anything like that, but reading the tea leaves, they're both in.
Because they're practicing with the lines that they would be on. They're not just out skating on the other side of the rink testing things out. They're actually practicing. Right.
Dickinson skated on his own on Friday, skated on the 3rd line on Sunday. Friday's practice, Sunday's practice. Draisaitl's in his regular spot.
Yeah.
The top power play unit is working together as they are normally throughout the regular season with Draisaitl up there. So honestly, I don't think they'd be running those drills with those guys in those places otherwise.
We need this drama. I want to see Draisaitl skate out and lose my mind tonight. Mm-hmm. Keep me on the edge of my seat.
Sure.
I love it.
Sure. That's a good point.
That place might erupt for warm-ups if that guy steps on the ice.
That's true. That's exciting. One of my concerns when we were talking about what we're most excited about when it comes to this series and, confident about is the idea that we've got these vets, guys that have done it. They're a pretty young team. It's almost a flip the script situation when you talk about coaches, though. And we did see Knoblauch get out coached by Paul Maurice in 2 Stanley Cup finals in a row. There's not many guys that are in Paul Maurice's level of coaching, but Joel Quenneville is there. Like, he's an elite coach that has some great experience. Are we worried about Knoblauch getting out coached by a legend, I guess?
It's a good question for sure. I think the thing for me is that the rosters are so significantly different between what the Ducks are and what the Panthers were last year.
Sure.
Right? And I think that's kind of what it's going to come down to. Like, at the end of the day, the Ducks were one of the worst defensive teams in the league after the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. Like, they were really, really poor defensively.
That's true. Yeah,
so, if he can't coach that out of them at that point in time, then, can he really do it all of a sudden in, the playoffs? I'm not entirely sure of that.
Interesting. Yeah, it's ramping up to be a crazy series, and like we said, we're just pumped that it's not the LA Kings once again. Like you said, that's the only game you didn't watch from this weekend.
Because we're bored of them.
Pretty much me too.
Yeah.
Even though there's a level of excitement around the Avalanche, I still am just like, I don't need to watch the Kings.
There's someone in our chat that said, do you think there's going to be people in the crowd tonight dressed as duck hunters? That's so funny. I hope to see it.
Just don't bring a gun.
True.
Like,
a fake, it would have to be.
It's still.
Yeah, no, you're getting in trouble even if you try and bring a fake gun.
But I do hope to see the outfits at least. Yeah. All right, Zach, tell everyone what they can look forward to, where they can find, where everyone's working so hard behind the scenes.
Oh, man, it's been so busy these last couple of days. We've got tons of stuff up on the site right now. We've got the Monday mailbag already. Mm-hmm. Tyler Yaremchuk had a column go up. Jason Greger has a one-on-one interview with Connor Murphy today already. The pre-scout from Michael Menzies has gone up already. We're going to have scenes from Morning Skate coming up later today. We're going to have the GDB. Cam Lewis is taking a look at how the Oilers roster this year compares to Game 1 from 2017 and from the last couple of years. Tons of great stuff coming up on the website.
Awesome.
And it's the place to be, all playoffs long, Oilersnation.com. Go read it.
Love it.
There
Zach,
it is.
Thank you for joining us here on The Sauce. Appreciate you. We got to get to our bets and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
A reminder, ONE, 8-hour live stream today starting at noon until puck drop. Those guys, they're crazy.
It's insane.
Liam's like, I'm baking today. I'm like, what are you baking? Can Liam bake?
That's what they asked me. They asked me if I could bake, and I said,
They're doing
not
like a
really.
Martha Stewart baking show live. I mean, I guess you got to switch it up. You can't just be sitting there the whole time.
No.
8 hours is a long time.
Yeah. That's a hell of a stream.
Anyway.
Thanks again, Zach. We appreciate you as always,
Thanks,
man.
Jeff.
Let's get our bets in. Actually, stay with us for 1 second.
Who, Zach?
Zach. We're going to give our bets for Sports Interaction.
Okay.
You tell us whose you'd rather ride with.
Ooh, I love this.
Okay.
And then maybe the people can follow along with your pick today.
This segment brought to you by Sports Interaction, Sportsbook and Casino. Every game's your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, bet with Canada's homegrown sportsbook, 19+. Please play responsibly. Okay. I'm obviously going with an Oilers win. And then I have 3 anytime points for Hyman, Bush, and McDavid.
Okay. Say that again.
Simple.
Oilers win.
Oilers win. Anytime point for Hyman, Bush, and McDavid.
And then that'll get you
I put $30.
$250. Whoa. Don't tell people.
Why? I'm feeling crazy today.
Big dogging over here. All right.
Just living.
And I am going with Oilers win, a Zach Hyman goal, 2 total points for Zach Hyman.
Oh, wow.
And 2+ shots for Evan Bouchard. That is my ticket. I feel like they're going to lean on Bouchard to just be wiring, especially if we get a few penalties. Zach Hyman goal, probably off a rebound from one of those shots from Evan Bouchard is my thoughts.
Who would you roll with today? Which one sounds more enticing?
Put a little sprinkle on both of them.
Yeah.
All right. Put a sprinkle
them together.
on both.
Why not?
Yeah.
Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Get in on the action with parlay boosts, live betting, and easy deposits and payouts. Bet now at sportsinteraction.com/OilersNation 19+. Please play responsibly.
Go Oilers. Stay saucy. Have yourself a lovely day. The playoffs are here. Hell yeah.
Oh, before you go, just a reminder, when this is posted, get your guesses in the comments section underneath this YouTube today, especially if you're listening to the podcast a little bit later in the day. Just comment who you think is going to be the first goal scorer. We're going to circle back and give out some prizes if some of you are right.
First goal scorer in the comments after the show's posted.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like it, hype it, and share it with your friends.
And to not miss any of our content, make sure you're subscribing to the Oilers Nation YouTube channel.